Hey, it's April 18th, and this is going to be your horoscope for the weekend. As usual, I'm doing most of this horoscope to the midpoints of the sun and the moon. I use the sunrise chart for the day, and I lay that on top of the Aries Ingress chart in order to pick up midpoints from both of them. So over this weekend, there's going to be possibly a pretty sudden event that happens within communication in our relationships. These can be relationships with people we're in partnerships with. So someone you live with, it could be a landlord, it could be a boss, family. So something's going to happen in these relationships. It's going to be sudden, and there's going to be communication and discussion about our personal values, possibly a budget, their moral significations in there. This might have actually been something we've been thinking about doing for a while. This discussion that just kind of suddenly happens spontaneously this weekend is something we've been putting off because it seems really stressful and we're not quite sure how to approach it. So considering the midpoints, this conversation might be triggered by something small like a text message or an alert about a bank account being overdrawn. Something of that nature is going to make you compulsively feel like you can't put it off any longer and you need to talk about it right now and get it off your chest. So there are significations of little treats over the weekend. So don't be afraid to treat yourself with one of your favorite little things without going overboard. My plan is my boyfriend's going to help me make queso dip. I have trouble paying attention when I'm making it, and I've been craving it for a while, so he swooped in and offered to make it. I'm allergic to most foods, prepared foods, so it makes things really kind of frustrating when I have a craving for something in particular. And I didn't want to spend this weekend reading labels and trying to find the one queso dip I could have, if that even exists. So don't be afraid to treat yourself a little bit, something small that will make this weekend a little less stressful. We're all going to need a little stress relief at some point. During this time, a lot of the smaller connections in our life will feel a lot more impactful. So just being around family will feel really nice, or if that doesn't feel nice and your family is stressful, possibly voice chat with someone on your phone. Don't be afraid to reach out and talk to people face to face if you can't see them in person. A voice chat or video call is perfect. There's going to be a lot of relief that comes through conversations with other people and just being able to talk about what's on our minds, what's stressing us out. We all need some form of communication to just get it out there and feel better. Over this weekend, there may be some misunderstandings within family and friend groups, and this will be a good weekend and time to try to find more common ground within reason. I don't mean totally break your morals or values by bonding with someone that's problematic, but rather finding where you agree and seeing how the way you think about things from that point may differ and how that's okay, but you all have the same moral or value deep down where that spawns from, if that makes sense. There's a lot of things we can all agree on, but the way we go about them can be slightly different. And this is a good weekend to really bond around the roots of our values, the roots of our morals, and how we see these in relationships, who we want to keep in our life that falls in line with those values. And it will be very clear over the weekend if there's something that isn't working out. So the moon might feel a little more chaotic right now, but this is revealing the roots of our problems, the roots of our issues, and we need to know where it roots from in order to solve the problem or heal the problem or mend the problem. Whichever it may be, however big the problem is, we'll be able to spot weaknesses in relationships really easily and try to mend those. And overall, it's going to be a weekend about breaking down these things that don't really fit right to help us meld relationships together and building these bridges in our relationships for more understanding. So that's your horoscope for this weekend. I'll probably be back on Monday with a new one, and I'll see you then.